Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss welcoming back a good friend of ours, Cash Byers. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty great. It's a good afternoon here. I'm excited to talk to you.
I'm very excited to talk to you because, you and I, we chat outside of work. We talk more than we interview. So I know a little bit of the inner workings that you have just, you've really been focused this past year
Mhm.
on writing, recording, putting stuff out, touring, like really put your nose to the grindstone. So I just
Mhm.
want to start off by saying I'm super freaking proud of you, man.
Thank you so much. It's been last year was one of those years for me that was just like a milestone year. It just event after event, it just kept feeling like it's becoming real now. And when we started, everything we did was, I still do write pretty much all of our songs, or at least all of our originals, and then
Yeah.
we record them ourselves. We just get the guys together. We go drink a few beers and record the songs ourselves and make it happen. We did our whole EP for like $500,
Yeah.
and then, to anyone who's not in the music industry listening, that's not very much at all compared
That's
to how much.
it could be anywhere from 7 to 10 grand is usually what an EP will cost you.
Yeah, so we did it for like on like a shoestring budget, just because we had songs, we had guys who could play them, and we wanted to record them. And then this past year, we finally decided we're going to do it the right way for the first time. We're going to go to a studio. We're going to hire people who know what they're doing, and it's just. I said this in another interview I was doing just a few days ago, but it's like you hear the recordings that we did before ourselves, and we're like, man, I love the way these songs sound. We did so good. And then we get these new recordings back. We re-recorded a few of those songs from the EP, not all of them, but we listened to the new recordings. Are like, dude, our old recordings suck. Like, I'm like, these are so much better now. Not that we did anything wrong, and I still love those
No.
recordings. But we worked with Yellow Dog Studios down there in Wimberley, and it was just absurd how much better everything sounds.
I personally a huge fan of anything that comes out of Yellow Dog, but as far as you go, you've been a humongous creative person for a very long time. It runs in your family, and you used all those tools to actually make something great. So whether you're improving, that's all good and well, but I've always been proud of the work you've done before as well, because most people don't even have the bravery to give it a shot.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm really glad that we did all those records ourselves, because that gave us the knowledge and the confidence to go into a studio and say, well, if I was doing it myself, I would do it this way. And
Yeah.
then I can talk to our producer, David Percival, and our engineer, Casey Johns, and they would say, it's like, well, if you were going to do it your way, then this is the correct way to do it your way.
Yeah.
And then they make us do it right. We still get to have our vision, and we kind of can make those decisions that we're so used to making. But then they're like, well, that's a great idea. You're not wrong, but let's do it in a totally different way. We know exactly how to do this. It's not our first time trying to figure this out on the fly.
Right. That is amazing. And the first one you brought to us is Ride, Cowgirl, Ride. Tell me a little bit about this tune before we take a listen.
So this was the first song I ever wrote seriously. I was working on a Boy Scout ranch in New Mexico, and I want to say I was about at 9,300 feet altitude, working in a backcountry camp, working with horses, and sometimes Boy Scouts would come through, but mostly our job was to make sure that there was horses that were good for working in that area, so that the cattle herd that was nearby could be managed a little easier. And one of my coworkers, her name was Riley, and she'll actually be on the artwork cover. She got
Oh.
injured. Yeah, and another friend who I worked with that year actually did the artwork of Riley. But Riley was injured on the job one morning feeding. It just kind of happens. And she had to come off the mountain, is what we call it. She had to go back home to base camp and get treated, and she didn't get to come back for that summer. She made a full recovery later, but it was the end of her summer with us at that camp, and we were all pretty just like devastated because it happened so fast, and anybody who's worked with horses know how fast things can go south.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to, I felt all bad and I wasn't sure like how to handle that. So I just sat down and wrote this song, and in about 45 minutes I had it and we were playing it. We made an iPhone recording of it. This is totally different than what we're about to release, but
Yeah.
I've been playing it ever since. We finally got a chance to record it, and it's just, I love it. We had Reagan Quinn, Sydney Scott, and Andrea Young, the Soul Sirens. They're
Yep.
on the song as well. They came and did some harmonies, which they just knocked it out of the park. I'm really, really happy with this song. Wes Barlow on fiddle, Jeff Queen on guitar.
Love all the people you're naming here. Love them all so much. But I guess, and I've known about this song for quite some time now, but I didn't realize the significance behind it. That is really special. Good. You've got such a good heart.
I like writing songs that come from true experiences, you know, and
Absolutely.
That's what I feel like my brand of country music is this is the life I've lived. These are the experiences I've had. And these are songs that I've written in response to those experiences, about those experiences, however it may be. And I think Ride is a perfect example of a song like that.
Well, we're going to let everybody have it now. For the first time on Maverick 100.9, this is Cash Byers and Ride, Cowgirl Ride. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. That was Ride, Cowgirl Ride by our friend Cash Byers on Maverick 100.9. I've got Cash here, and you're no longer in Aggie land, right? Moved away?
Unfortunately, I'm still there all the time, but no, I no longer live there.
We have got to catch up just a little bit. And I'm always grateful for that, because when my Aggie land artists get up and move away, I get a little bit sad.
Yeah.
I'm sentimental about absolutely everything. So we all know who Corliss is. That's no secret, but I'm just excited for your journey. No matter where you live, you've always stayed really, really true to your music, and even down to the recording, the writing, everything. But like you and I were talking about, you did a different thing this last time, went to Yellow Dog Studios, and what's coming out of it is amazing. But what I want to know is, when do we get everything? When are you bestowing this gift upon the people?
So, well, Ride, Cowgirl Ride is already out, but we've got, I believe, so the plan is we have an entire album that we recorded, and we're doing a little bit of a non-traditional release on it after talking with a bunch of people and kind of getting a lot of opinions. We want to do a lot of singles in rapid succession. So consistently releasing content, and then group all of that content together into 2 different EPs, which will have different themes. And then a full album, all of which you can buy at our shows. The objective of that will be that we can have as much content for physical release as possible. But as far as release dates, we expect starting about April, we're going to have singles rolling out pretty much every 4 weeks is the objective.
Fantastic. Hey, everybody knows the rule here, man. That means follow. You got to follow Cash Byers for all this new music that's going to be coming your way, because you're really, really, really going to love it. And, you know, I just saw you not that long ago. What was that? October? Got to see you and the band is just phenomenal. Is that still the OG guys?
For the most part.
Okay.
We've changed a little bit as people have moved around. One thing that I say is, so the full band is the Cash Byers in Big Valley, and we look at Big Valley in kind of 2 ways. Obviously, I'm Cash, and then my guitar player Zach McNeil is the other half. He's Big Valley. Whenever it's him and I playing, that's the band, and so
that's the Big Valley.
He and I started this, but we've added a new drummer. His name's Josh Parker. He goes to University of North Texas, or he just graduated with me. or he just graduated. I'm about to graduate. And so we got to know each other up here. He's just phenomenal. And so because we're so close up here, we're able to practice, get together a lot. The big deal with Big Valley is that it's a family band where we're not blood relation, but we're all family. And that's the key for
Yeah.
us, is whether or not it's the same people, you're never out of the family. You're just, doing your own thing. And we still need a drummer. So I got to find a new family member.
So if anybody wants to join the family, we've got,
yeah.
hey, I want to learn drums. So
yeah. Yeah. Come on. We do Thanksgiving. It'll be great.
Well, I'm very excited for everything coming. So I hope everybody can follow my friend Cash Byers for all of that new music and content coming out for you. And always keep an eye on tour dates because he plays here a lot. And I don't want you to miss him. It's a great live show. And as always, so good to catch up with you, my friend.
Hey, you too. This was so much fun. It's so great. To get to talk to you again. It's been so long since we got to have an interview.
Way too long.
Yeah, for real. If you're looking to check out the music on social media, it's at Cash Byers Music. It's cash like money, Byers. That's on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to listen to the songs on your streaming sites, it's Cash Byers and Big Valley. And I am just through the roof on how good these songs sound. And you just heard Ride Cowgirl Ride, so check out our streaming sites and you'll get to hear that song again, and you'll get to catch up with all the great stuff that's coming soon. We've got unbelievable songs. I'm still I get jittery thinking about it.